Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. On this vlog I decided to do a story time, my personal story time on nannies. So I started dealing with nannies last year, beginning of last year, because don't worry, I'm driving. I'm on my way home and I've bumped into some serious traffic, so I figured I can kill time and give you guys a chronology of the things I've gone through, the things I've seen. Yeah, Nanny Chronicles. Anyway, so I got my first nanny last year, beginning of last year. I think I was 7 or 8 months along. I had my daughter in April. So the first nanny that I got was really nice in the beginning. I think she was roughly maybe 23, 24 there. She was really okay. We started on a good note. She was referred to me by my sister. So we started on a good note. Everything was okay until I got my daughter. The first 2-3 months were good. She did take care of me well. I can't say I can complain about the first few months. Everything went well, generally speaking. So around, was it October? No, not October. Around mid-July, end of July, around that time, baby girl started changing her attitude. Actually, the whole thing started one time when we cook nyama in our house, I prefer for it to be boiled na pressure cooker kwanza, and then you fry it later. And I had taught her, of course, how to use a pressure cooker because she had already stayed with us for quite some time. So this particular day, dinner was late. It was around 8. We had not started cooking. So my expectation would be, considering it's already 8 and we've not even started preparing dinner, at least the least I was expecting from her is like jaribu kuharakisha vitu. So baby girl akachukua nyama akaweka ndani ya pressure cooker and then she put it on the fire, which is fine. So there's also this thing I taught her about pressure cooker. When you're cooking meat, nyama ya ng'ombe rather, you see the way pressure cookers release pressure and then that kathingi goes back down. So me, I know mentally, and I had taught her, you only need 2 of those, and then when the second one goes down, you go switch off the fire and wait for the pressure to pungua before you of course open the pressure cooker. And so this day she wekelea nyama. The first one went, second one went. She had disappeared into the bedroom. There was an in-law that time who was visiting around her age, so they had already developed a friendship. So siekelea nyama akaenda kupiga story. Now in my head, I was in the bedroom with my baby. So in my head, I was assuming, as much as you're not in the kitchen, you know what is happening in the kitchen. That is my assumption, or rather, personally, that is what I would do if I know there's something I've left on the fire in the kitchen. Hata nikienda sitting room or wherever, at least in my head I know there is something in the kitchen that I need to not forget about. So she forgot. First one went, second one went, third one went. I'm waiting to scare some movements. At least ametoka kwenda kuzima. Nada. Fourth one went. Nikajitoa bedroom, nikaenda nikazima moto, nikakuja kwa bedroom yao nikamuuliza, hey my dear, what is happening? Umewekelea nyama na umepotea. Because already that meat had already been overcooked. Nikamuuliza, kwani umewekelea nyama na umelost? She didn't have anything to say. She kept quiet. I also kept quiet and went back to the bedroom. So I think from that incident, things started going south. She got, I think she got pissed that I called her out or something. I really don't know. But you see now, if you're not ready to be corrected, I mean, anyway, so from that time, anytime I talk to her, she wouldn't say anything. You know the way you tell someone, Leo, I want this and this and this done. She just keep quiet. She would do them, but she just keep quiet. I think that keeping quiet got to me at some point, and it became annoying. Cause now you see, I can't. It's like I can't communicate with you. And you see, if we can't communicate and you're in my house, to be honest, hatuwezi ishi hivyo. Like that, one of us has to go. Considering it's my house, so I gave her some time to change, but she didn't change. Couldn't be bothered. I decided to cut my losses. Nikamwambia end of the month end of August, end of July, I'm going to release you. And she was okay. Because I think it was just becoming toxic already. And I think both of us were not ready for that. Yeah, so cut my losses, nikasonga. Well, there is a lot of traffic. Jesus. Okay. It was a good idea for me to start this. Come on, where are you going? You're just going to lock me here. Really? Like, some people really don't think. I'm going to use all my passwords today. Anyway, yeah, so I think we were just both tired. I think it was time to call it. And yeah, we just, at the end of the month, I released her. That was in July, I released her. Now, that is where my problems started. The month of August, I had 3 nannies. 3. One came, stayed for a week. Another one, a couple of days. Yani, it was just, Mbaka, I can remember I had 3 nannies, but I can't remember exactly what they did wrong. But all I remember is 3. So the first one that came after her she came from Voi. I later came to learn that she was a mother of 1, a 1-year-old, who she was still breastfeeding, but she didn't tell me when we spoke on phone. So when she came, maziwa ikaanza kumsumbua, ndio kaniambia, by the way, I left my small kid at home. Na since nimekuja kufanya kazi kumtafutia pesa, now of course sinyonyeshi, I will need some drugs to suppress the milk. Nikamwambia ni sawa. But you see now, because she's already here, there is nothing I would have done. So I got her the meds, akaanza kuzimeza. Sat down. I remember that lady, I'm the one who picked her from the stage. And then we drove together at home. So I used that time to at least orient her, try to tell her what I expect, time to wake up, from waking up what I expect you to do, such things. So the next day, she didn't wake up in the morning as early as I had told her to. So I let it go. Second day, did the same thing. Now that morning I asked her, hey, Funny, what is happening? Is there a problem with your alarm or like your phone? No, she told me, no, my phone is okay and niko na alarm. Nikamwambia, and why are you not waking up? Akaniambia ni kusahau. Okay, I don't know how kusahau na alarm. Maybe she forgot to put her alarm, which is fine, but day 1 is okay. Day 2, anyway, I let it go. That was day 2. Day 3, she did the same thing. Day 4, the same thing. Kajiambia hata kama no, nah. So we had already started on a bad note, at least for me, because you see now, I expect you to be outstanding. You've just started. Anyway, and then my patience had already run out. My patience was very, very like this. So I was like, sawa, I'm going to someone to help me with the house chores and whatnot. I'm just going to release you, because she wasn't looking like she was changing. And then there was a time I normally have a nanny cam, but it's mobile, like I can move it around. I saw her dancing one time. She was barely 48 hours old in that house. Okay, there are some things, as much as they are not something to crucify someone with, but kuna vitu zingine I think I don't expect from you. I really, really don't. So considering she wasn't waking up in the morning, I had to keep, like, my patience was just, it was out. So I just told her, I'm going to release you. I'm just going to have my in-law help me with the house chores and the baby. Yeah, I'm just going to stay with her nanny for some time. That's what I told her. So weekend, we released her. Now, after her, there was, who else came? I can't remember, but I had 2 more. So after those 2 more came and went, I think we stayed without a nanny for the first few weeks of September before I got another one. She was a Costarian. Now, she was desperate for a job, one. So she just came. We came and started discussing the whole salary issue from home, from now after she arrived. Nikamwambia, considering my house is this big and there's not a lot that needs to be done, and then of course thirdly, my in-laws around, so kazi ya mtoto, at least for the first few weeks, you are clear, you're just observing and learning exactly how her schedule is, sleeping, eating, what she eats, you know, those kind of things. So the first few weeks she didn't have kazi ya mtoto, so I told her, this is the amount I'm ready to pay, and unfortunately I can't go higher because that is what I can afford for now. She wasn't very amused. I don't know why she was expecting a lot of money, but anyway, yeah. So with her, we from the word go, we had a disagreement with the payment, but she decided to stay, and we stayed with her. We finished with her the whole year. She stayed for September, October, November, December, roughly 4 months. And then when she left for the holidays, she never came back, and she never even told me. Mpaka najulizanga saa zingine, like, you just tell me. You realize I can't force you to stay. Like, I can't tie you down and force you to stay. You're a grown-ass woman. If you want to leave, I will let you leave. If you wake up today in the morning and tell me you're leaving, I will let you go. Because you see now, I can't detain you. Sometimes I just don't understand some simple things. Anyway, so Jesus. So fast forward this year. the first month, January and half of February, we didn't have a nanny. So the first one who came was a Meru. an in-law of mine helped me get her. Now this one, her problem was she wasn't clean. She couldn't do dishes properly. Her clothes hazikuwa zinang'ara vizuri. Anyway, I think I've seen a lot. You know, way back, my mom used to tell me, hey, my dear, when you start dealing with nannies, you are going to have it properly. Because I'm very particular with a lot of things in my life, my house, everything that just involves me, I am very particular with. So she used to watch how I keep my house, watch how I do things. And she was like, hey, if this is the expectation you're going to go with when you get a nanny, my friend, Tashanga Ferry. And true to her word, my friends, they saw things. That's besides the point. So yeah, this one came. Unfortunately, she wasn't very clean. She wasn't doing things anafanya ndio amalize haraka aende. Hata sijui alikuwa anaenda wapi because she never used to go anywhere. She just, like the proper definition of a shoddy job, that is what she used to do. Dishes not clean, house not clean, clothes not clean, vyombo za mtoto not clean. And then you see, I would tell you this and give you time to improve. But you see now, if you're not improving, I can't be inspecting dishes every other time you wash them. I can't be inspecting clothes every other time you wash them. You are giving me kazi ya kukupolice, and I am looking for someone who will ease my burden. I had online somewhere that your husband, men look for good wives. So you as the wife, you should look for your own wife. Now this wife comes in form of a nanny. If you get someone who you can depend on, then akili inapumzika. Like when you go to work, you're not constantly worried what is happening at home. Is the baby being fed on time? Those two small worries. You at work, even your mind is at work. You're at home, even your mind is at home. You don't constantly worry about what is happening at home. So that is what I was striving to get, but for some reason I was very unlucky. So after this lady left, because she stayed for a month, nikaona I can't keep singing the same thing, because my expectation would be, since you have done this job before, the bare minimum is you know how to do dishes, you know how to cook, and you know how to clean the house, clean clothes. Because those ones I can't teach you. The only difference that comes, I guess, with different households is the products you use. Basically that's it. And maybe cooking. There is a way I would want you to cook, and I will teach you. Of course I can't expect you to cook the way I would want my foods cooked if I haven't taught you. That is of course unreasonable. So niliimba the whole month, nikajiambia no, I can't live like this. Nope. She left. So I decided to try Bureau Girls. Hey, never say never, by the way. I had told myself I will never, considering the stories you hear around, I will never ever get a Bureau Girl. I got them. So that one was she was a young girl, very big bodied, properly built, but now her problem was she wasn't showering. She was a liar. She used to lie mpaka nashindwa. She used to lie. There was this time, because I know my in-law is around, there's this time I told her to wash the curtains for me. And me, I pinpoint incidences. So I told her to wash curtains for me. When I came in the evening, the curtains weren't washed. I asked her, why didn't you do this? And she was like, mtoto alinisumbua. I was like, say what? Mtoto alinisumbua. So, because I didn't want to believe one side of the story, I went to my in-law. Nikamuuliza, hey madam, kwani leo ulitoka ukaenda kutembea ukawacha so and so with baby because kuna kazi nilimpatia and she didn't do? Akaniambia hapana, mimi nilikuwa tu home na tulishinda tu na baby kawaida. So you see now, if you can lie to me in my face like that, and this doesn't even involve Ella, this is just Kawa house chores. You can lie and use Ella. And bijua wewe you can be, if you are ever left alone, most likely you'll never do anything because you already have a perfect excuse. Because every time a nanny comes to my house, I tell them, I will never ask you, if you are alone with baby, I will never come and ask you, why did I tell you to do this and you didn't do? Because I know baby can be a handful. So I don't have expectations when you are alone with the baby. That is what so this one seems I told her that and she saw a perfect excuse, but she forgot my in-law is there. You see now, and then my in-law tells me, like, she tells me in advance when she wants to go somewhere, but she also knows, considering my daughter hajazoeana na watu sana, she rarely goes. It's either I am in, then she goes. But when both me and my husband are not around, I'd prefer her to stay. I'd prefer her to stay. At least then I am somewhat guaranteed that Ella is okay. So vile alinidanganya hivyo, and then this business of she never used to shower. She would shower after 4 days. And you see, someone who works and is big-bodied needs to take hygiene pretty seriously. She wasn't. Mpaka my husband started complaining and asking me, kwani wewe, like, what is happening with this girl? And he told me to talk to her. You see, me, I don't like such uncomfortable conversations because those are things I don't think I need to tell you. So, because of the kudanganya and the showering issue, kawachana na yeye. Ika cut losses again. 1 month in, told her bye-bye. She was a bureau girl. So after her, I got another one. She was a Ugandan, still bureau. She was okay, but she was selfish. That's the only way I can describe her. She would, Nanny, you see that person who doesn't care about others. We would cook food and she would eat whatever satisfies her, no matter how much, and forget that there are other people. Sorry, I had to adjust my camera. There are other people in that house who need to eat the same food. I'd bring cookies. She would squander all of it. Like today, akule yani. No. Machungwa za mtoto. Yani, it's like now I am working for her. Hata kama I know you're not supposed to nyima mtu food, but the house is full of food. There's plenty of food. I never used to. By then, if there's something I don't do, siwezi kukupimia chakula. So me in my head, I'm like, there is food. If you're hungry, eat food. You don't need to eat a jar of cookies for you to. Come on now. Doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. So I am going to enter a roundabout, and it needs my proper attention. So commercial break. Come on. Yeah, so we're good now. So yeah, because of that, you see now, There are things I genuinely don't expect, and it's hard for me to accept some things, because you see, now you're tasking me with, I can't work for you alone. I work mostly for Ella, but mostly not for you, because you're also here because of Ella. But now if I can bring Ella oranges, you eat them, all of them. You don't even remember her, not even us. Leave us out of the equation. Her, you forget that she's a child, she's still growing, and she needs to eat. You eat all of it. No. So 1 month out. Yani, me have seen things, and I have accepted. And I think at some point I made peace, though they've really done a number to my patience. Like, I had to be patient. I didn't have a choice. So she left. Who else came? There's another one that came, a Masai. She was nice. Was she? Not really. She wasn't. She was a liar also. She came, stayed for 2 weeks, and then came and told me her brother had been arrested at home, and they needed 4,000 shillings to bail him out. Being the good-hearted mama that I am, I decided, okay, fine, I will give me a few hours, I try and get you the money. So see, I got the money for her. 2 days later, now, because she was spending a lot of time with my in-law, they used to talk. They developed a friendship and used to talk. 2 days later, I was telling my in-law what had happened, and she was like, no, the brother was arrested. The brother actually wasn't arrested. He was playing a prank on her, and he told her to send him 100 shillings, and she sent. But you see, the girl came and told me 4,000 shillings. Anyway, I gave her. So came the end of the month, nikamwambia sasa unataka tukataje hii pesa? Akaniambia nikate tu nusu. She stayed for I think a month and a half or 2 months. Akaniambia nikate nusu, hiyo ingine utatoa next month. Nikamwambia ni sawa. So si nikakata nusu. Now comes next month. 2 weeks in again, something happens. Mtoto wangu ni mgonjwa. She had one child, apparent. Mtoto wangu ni mgonjwa, and I have been called by my mom. Nimeambiwa amelazwa referral, Eldoret referral. Amelazwa referral, and I need to go. So nikamuuliza, your child is with your mom. See, you realize even if you go, there's nothing much you're going to do. Just wait, listen to what your mom tells you, and then if it is necessary for you to go, now you can go. Akaniambia hata sasa nao akaona ni naweza kosa kuenda because nimeambiwa just chill. So she went and started thinking, akajiambia wacha nidanganye huyu mama, niko na birth certificate ya mtoto, na hospitali inataka birth certificate, and since I'm the one who has it, I need to go with it to the hospital. Since when did the hospital ask for birth certificates? For what? Do you need a birth certificate for you to be treated, or any other child anyway? That's besides the point. So that is what she told me, and I was like, oh, okay, ni sawa. Akaniambia it's the husband who's going to cater for the trip, so she is going. I suspected she had gone to her boyfriend, which is still fine, but you see, you don't need to lie. So akaniambia the boyfriend is going to cater for the trip, and they're going to get together. She had told me that on a Sunday, and she had also borrowed me money. Nikamwambia right now I don't have money. Caught me off guard, sina do. Akasema sawa. she had told me she had come from her off that specific day, and then she came and told me in the evening, like, hi mama, I've been told this and this and that, and I need to go. Nikamwambia ni sawa. After giving her the other option of not going, she went and cooked a story of they need a birth certificate for the child, and she's the one who has the birth certificate, so she needs to go. Nikajiambia too, this one is hell-bent on going, so I don't need to force issues. So I let her go. She packed a few of her clothes, left some behind. So sinikajua hii kumbe inaweza kuwa ni story, but she plans to come back. Reposition my camera. She plans to come back. So I asked her first of all, when are you planning like to come back? Akaniambia, I'll just go for like 3 days and then come back. Nikajiuliza, mtu akiwa mgonjwa unajuaje atakuwa sawa in 3 days? But what do I know? So kept quiet, released her. So she went. Day 1, that was on Monday. Day 1, day 2, day 3. On Wednesday, she was supposed to either come on Wednesday or on Thursday. Wednesday, no show, no calls. Thursday, no show, no calls. Friday, no show, no calls. Saturday, no show, no calls. Kajiambia hapa mimi sitakaa na stress because of one person. And I tried calling her, especially on Saturday. I tried calling her the whole day. She was offline. Kajiambia, oh, okay, so on Sunday, Monday, got another nanny from the bureau. So jamaa alinyamaza tu. And then the second week, 2 weeks after she left, now she called me. Akaniambia, sasa it's so and so. Sasa nilikuwa nataka niko LD bado, but nilikuwa nataka unitumie pesa fare ni ya kurudi, sina fare. Oh, okay, sawa. Wacha nakutumia in a short while. Okay. I blocked her. And I'm not sorry. I blocked her because I can also be stupid. I can also, no one has the monopoly of being stupid. No one. So I blocked her and I was done with her like that. Haya, after that one, who came? There was another very, very interesting girl. She stayed for a week and a half. Still used the same excuse of mtoto. Now this one, she now this one, it was one time, the first weekend she was around, we cooked chapos. We are not so many in that house. My husband doesn't like chapos, so we cooked just a few. I think they were around 10. Rough estimate, I can't remember. Madam ate 6 in one sitting. 6 chapos. She was as selfish as the other one. I ate one that night. My sister-in-law ate one. The next morning, see, there were 2 remaining. She ate. Nikajiambia, as much as I am not going to, of course, dictate how much you should eat and how much you shouldn't, you need to be considerate. If you can't be considerate, then nah, nope. So she stayed for a week. Later on, she came and started stories. My baby. I think most of them go to boyfriends. You know what wasichana wa Nairobi wenye wanadanganywa na boyfriends. She went to a boyfriend. You see now, when you tell me mtoto wako ni mgonjwa, ati sijui, ati the sister has been taking care of her son for some time, ati sasa saizi the sister has out of nowhere threatened to leave the baby in the streets if she doesn't go. I can tell a lie from a mile away. So I was like, okay, so long, bye. That was it. So from then on, I told myself I'm not going to do ages between 20 and 25, 26. Like, no, I told myself I'm not going to take anyone, because again, it takes a toll. It's too much. Even my kids, yatashanga kwani, like, this one comes, stays for 2 days, goes. This one comes, stays for a week, goes. The turnover was too high. So nikajiambia, let me take my time and try and get someone who's older. So, and this time again, I decided that if I'm going to get a nanny, she has to come from far, so that hata akitaka kwenda nyumbani lazima nasikia kupiga hesabu. Yes, apige hesabu. So the one I have right now, she's good. Ooh, she's good, and she's a mature mama of four kids. She's very good. She's heaven sent. Hatuulizanangi. She just needs you to tell her what you want her to do, and that's it. Yani mpaka my life has been different since I got her. Like, no complaints. I used to rant to my colleague at work, to my husband, to anyone who would, especially my mom also. I used to rant. Kwanza hizi times kwenda home, I'm like, mom, sasa this person is doing this, sasa mimi nifanye nini? Because you see now again, I didn't want to act on my impatience a lot. I needed someone to ground me. The one person I think who grounded me the most was my mom, because she understood it. She understood the whole nanny thing, and she was like, just vumilia. But kuna zingine atakama, the lies, they were just too much. So this one has been heaven sent. I think she's well in her 30s. She's good. Hana mehemehe mingi. None. She's awesome. I am just praying that we continue like that, because this one, I don't know how I'm going to transition from this to maybe my next one, because again, you know, now these people it's not like they come to forever work for you. At some point something will happen in her life. She'll want to move to something else. You know, you have to let her go. I'm already sad. I pray that I never have to say goodbye to her. She's been good. Ituliza, and I thank God. But that is, I don't know if it is, I really don't know kama ni bahati mbaya or I really don't know. Maybe the wrong offer on salaries, maybe the wrong sourcing places. I started like reflecting internally, like why is this happening. Some of them I of course did not regret releasing them, because there's some shit I can't put up with. And the fact that my in-law was around made everything easy, because then I knew Ella was okay regardless. Ella was okay. Even these shenanigans that keep going on, Ella was good. Ella was good either way. So I think the fact that I knew my in-law was there, come, if you're not doing things properly the way I expect you to, go. I think that's what also spoiled me. But well, if you have a good nanny, thank you heavens, treat them well. and pray that they stay, because the things I have seen, I wouldn't want anyone to see what I've seen. It's too much. It's too much. But it's okay. We are here. Ella is a year and a couple of months old, and we are grateful. We are grateful. That man, she's overtaken a tuk-tuk in front of me, very dangerously. But anywho, Ella is a month and should be 8 months. I'm grateful. With all the shenanigans, she's growing. That is the whole beauty of the whole circus. She is growing. So if you have a good nanny, ushikilie, usimwachilie, and pray to God that she doesn't leave you. So that is my story time.